Good morning. Welcome back to my podcast. This is Celeste, and I am so excited to be here this week because I'm going to talk about something I probably haven't really talked and dive really deep in it, and it's the importance of rest in your productivity. Um, this week is a big holiday week for some of us. For some of us, we don't celebrate it. It varies all around. But I really wanted to talk about the importance of rest and being productive. A lot of people see rest as being lazy or unproductive, or if you don't hustle and grind and work all the time, that means that you're not being productive and you're not, deserving of your blessings or earning in your business. So I'm going to go around some of those myths and why it's so important for you to actually take the time to rest. Emma, and here we go. The top three things you can do to rest and be more productive in your business. Number one, it's so important that you actually schedule the time to take some time off for yourself. We are humans are designed to actually sleep. We should be sleeping around 8 hours a day, and I know it varies, and I'm giving you like a generalization of it. It should be about 8 hours a day of sleep that we need for our body to re-energize and be ready to go. I actually have been sleeping more now. We're in a third shutdown here in California, and I'm not working inside of my business because I can't. So I've been getting more rest and reading books and just taking time really to re-energize and see where I'm at. And it has been so key to see where I'm going next in not just my life but in business. Once you're able to rest and have that full complete 8 hours of sleep, your mind clears and you're able to stop overthinking and start seeing what do you really want to do next. And it has been so key. I think because this year, like for many of us, it has been so crazy and full of so many emotions. This is the first time I actually get to rest, and I'm taking it. I'm like, you know what? Like, I need. There's a lot of changes I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to do for next year. That's so different, and I need to be in a good mindset. And rest will be able to help you become more productive. So my question to you is, when's the last time you actually took 8 hours of sleep for yourself? And how do you feel when you get 8 hours of sleep and go to work versus when you get 3 hours of sleep and you go to work? Are you the same productivity happens to you or it doesn't? And also, when we're overtired, we're just like more irritable. We're like more like we just have like this haze with us. Like throughout the day, we can't really concentrate or make clear decisions. And rest is so important when you're trying to make a big decision in your life. And that is key number two for productivity in your business and life. Get rest before you make a big decision. Here is why. So, why should you have a clear mind before and rest before you actually make a big decision? Because sometimes when we're overtired and confused and just so focused and narrow-minded in one thing and one thing only, we forget to look around us for the signs. We forget to look around us for what is it that we really need right now for ourselves. And I think that has been one of the key things for me this year. It has been really having the ability of resting, of actually not being on the go, 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 hustle, 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 produce, 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 which has been so hard for me because I used to be of the mindset like you have to be super productive and super accountable and you have to be hustling all the time and you shouldn't really rest, to get things done even if you're not inside of your business. And had like this this to-do list and like daily tasks and everything. And I really have this whole notion of attaching my worth with my productivity. And it has been, and it probably will be, a thing that I fight for the rest of my life. But having this time for this year has been one of the biggest things I've learned, that rest is essential. Rest is how I'm able to come up with the big ideas. Rest is how I was able to do the mobile salon. Rest is how I'm able to do the next business idea that I have for myself for 2021. All your creativity happens when you're in a moment of stillness. So when I mean rest, I don't mean because it's not the same for all of us. It doesn't mean just Netflix and chill. For some of us, it's reading a book. For some of us, it's going on a walk. For other people, it's going on a run, being outside. Whatever rest means to you. It's meditating, exercising. It's just relaxing and looking at nature. Whatever rest means to you, that moment is so key for all your ideas to come into um, fruition, and that little seed that gets planted inside of you. And I'm going to share with you guys something really weird, but some of the best ideas I get is in the shower. I think it's because because I have 3 kids, it's the only moment I actually get to just like relax and not really think about anything and just be in the moment, that I'm just like, okay, my mind is not thinking about anything right now. It's so clear and all these ideas come out. So I always try to remember them or write them down afterwards. So I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And sometimes that's how my videos come out of, are those little ideas that I get all of a sudden. But you need that moment of rest. Rest is going to be key for your productivity. It doesn't make you lazy if you decide to take a day or 2 off for yourself. On the contrary, I think it's so important, and being productive is taking time away. I remember seeing this documentary on Netflix, and it was with Bill Gates, and I believe I think it's a week off. Every year he goes by himself to this little cabin and he just reads books. That's all he does. He's by himself, he's reading books. And that's the time that he takes to come up with ideas and things that just come to his head from just being in that place of stillness, of really complete and total rest and just isolation of being by himself. Now, I couldn't do that, so I'm just going to take rest as my little moments of, ideas and productivity in a different way. And number 3, I'm going to be talking about breaking the freaking cycle that the world has put upon us, that we have to work, and hustle to be worthy of having a nice life, of having things that we consider successful. I've always have said success is individual and not always monetarily. There's different amounts of abundance and success for everybody. So that's going to be key number 3, why rest is essential in that part and our reframing of our mind in regards to that. So, and that's my number 3 for rest and the importance of it in your productivity, in your business, and in your life would be that your success is not determined by how much you sacrifice in your business. I think that was one of the biggest and huge lessons I learned in 2020, was that I was able to honestly accomplish more and fulfill myself more in a different type of abundance and success than I ever have in my life by just taking a step back. Taking a step back felt really unnatural to me, I'm not going to lie. Most of my days begin by, looking on my agenda, and I have like a 3-day goal, and it's all business related, okay? Had been like that. And then March hit, and that was like a first shutdown with this whole, reality of right now, COVID thing. And that kind of went, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in 120% on this. So I was on the laptop all day, like all day, guys. Like I was ignoring everybody. I was like, I'm gonna be on my laptop all day and do this and do courses and this and that, right? So that was me, first shutdown. Then second shutdown was a little different. I was actually in ICU with my daughter, my baby, when they announced the second shutdown, and it happened all on a Sunday, which is usually my day off. I was there Sunday and Monday. That Monday is when they announced that they were shutting stuff down. That second shutdown for me came as a blessing. I was able to be with my daughter through her recovery, and it was a very dark time for me. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I ended up going. And I'm right now I'm going through therapy, which I think is another part of rest. You guys, we need to rest our mind and ourselves, and it's okay to ask for help. Okay, it's okay to ask for help because we're not super women. We are, and what do I mean by that? We're amazing women, you guys. We're capable of so much, but it's not our job to fulfill this superwoman role that society has put on us, that we have to cook and clean and be a mother and be a business owner and be a wife and be perfect at it by ourselves. That is so much BS that has been put on us and so much pressure. Who the heck does that? Everybody, even the top 6 and 7 figure people, they have a team, you guys. That was his thing think one of the biggest thing other thing I did this year, I did a lot of big things this year, like aside that nobody saw behind the scenes, which I'm sharing with you guys in this episode because it's December 23rd and the year's about to end. I was part of this group, and he does seven figures. Okay, he has a 7-figure business, and then the other one, she has a multi 7-figure business as well, and it was and it was just so interesting and mind opening and eye opening as well. How they actually operate, you guys, like a lot. They have teams of people helping them take care of everything I can imagine of. And here we are, the one person show, the one person woman business, and we're beating ourselves up because we're not the perfect like wife or like mother or sister or like business owner or whatever. Like we always think like, oh well, I'm not good enough at this or that. Why the heck do we do that when all these people that we sometimes look up to, which honestly for me everybody's human, so we all have a human side. And Mita, we'll have a human side to all of us. They all have a team. They don't do it by themselves. And then right now, I have my daughter with me. We're driving in the car. You guys can hear her probably in the back. She wants to put in her 4 cents. Thank you, Emma. Okay. So rest is so important for us as humans. All these big 6- and 7-figure businesses, they have a team, you guys. They do not do it alone. And I think it's BS for us as women, as single owner entrepreneurs that have, whether we booth rent or we studio rent or we have our own little mobile salon or a mobile on location, business, which there's girls, there's also like hairstylists that are doing on location without an actual unit, you guys. And I'm going to talk about that next week as we get ready to the new year and what that really means to all of us and what it should really mean to unleash our full potential. But in regards to rest, let's not beat ourselves up. Like, I think it's so much BS that the whole social media and the whole world has put all this perception that we have to be this perfect super woman that does it all by herself. That's bullshit, okay? Because, and I'm going to call it spade a spade, all the 6- and 7-figure people are doing it, and high 6 figures, okay, and high 7 figures, are doing it with teams, you guys. With teams. They have, whether it's a receptionist, social media manager, a tech manager. They have so many behind the scenes hands, and here we go beating ourselves up. Well, I'm not like this one. But we don't see the behind the scenes. Like, even with me, honestly, like, this year was so eye-opening because I went from having a full support system to just being myself, my husband, and shout out to my amazing bro-in-law, Iggy, and that's it. That's my 3-tier support system, and so I have 2 of them, and if it doesn't work out, I need to figure it out how I'm going to make it work with my 3 other children because they are my first and primary responsibility aside from myself. First comes me because that's to be good, to be able to provide for them, and then taking care of them, of course, before I do anything in my business or life. But that's what I mean. Like, it came to me as a slap in the face. Like, Celeste, you have this amazing support system, and it's bullshit that this whole society is putting this pressure on it, and you better talk about this on your podcast. So this week's podcast is about rest. Ask for help, you guys. Quit beating yourselves up because you're not like A or B. We shouldn't be comparing ourselves to anybody else. And we deserve rest. We deserve the time to just be on our own, even if it's just 10 minutes, you guys. If it's 20 minutes while we take a shower or while we go on a walk with our kids, whatever it is, like just to distract ourselves. Whatever that rest may look for you, you are so deserving of it. And we are not based on our productivity. We are not our job titles. Just because you take 4 days off, like someone I know, maybe the one talking to you, doesn't mean it's going to affect you. On the contrary, I don't know how. Like, I've been going up on followers on IG, and there's some amazing other blessings coming along down the pipeline. And right now I'm in a season of rest. Like, for the first time in my life, I'm actually, like, not working on my laptop. I am just being at home with my kids. Right now, I just went to the store. I'm going to bake. And that's one of my forms of rest is just baking and being with the ones I love, which are my kids. So, I really hope you take the time to rest. I really hope how amazing you are, no matter what happened this year. We're on 3rd shutdown over here. You are amazing. We don't need to compare ourselves to others. If other people did more than us, less than us, it doesn't matter. It's where you are at. Where are you on your journey? Where are you on your personal self, in your personal worth, in your personal love? Like, where is you, the amazing human being that you are right now in your mindset? I think that's so important. And take the time, and if it's just one day, to not do nothing work related, do something fun, nothing around the house. I mean, something fun for yourself, or just time to just take a deep breath, even if it's just in the shower. And I can't wait to share with you guys next week's episode, which is going to come with a free mini training. I was going to do a 2021 goal setting training. I'm going to talk about that next week, why I ended up not doing it, and why I'm offering this free training. You guys can access that anytime to help you with your new year and setting intentions into what you want. And actually, not what you want, because want comes from the word of lack, because it's something you don't have. And we're going to talk about why goal setting is not really beneficial for you, and something else you can do to reframe your mindset and quit this want mindset that we all have been embedded since we were little, to be a part of this society. So much love to you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye for now.